What's going on, everyone? My name is Chris Chan. Today we are going to be talking about whether or not it makes sense to add a shower or shower services to your adult daycare. But first, like, comment, subscribe, show some love. Okay, come on, do it. All right, did you do it yet? Come on now. I thank you. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. It really does. All right, let's get into it. So, number one, when you're thinking about like adding shower services, you know, it's important that you consider, okay, how much is it gonna cost you to add a shower to the space, right? So if you are in the process of renovating a space to open an adult daycare, or if you're considering, you know, maybe adding this service as a kind of an add-on, you know, one of the things you just want to take into consideration is what is the cost of the shower going to be? Because you might have to relocate piping, you might have to relocate plumbing and drain lines. So if those things are not near the area that you want to add a shower, that's going to have a significant cost. Because anytime you move plumbing, anytime you move, you know, water lines, it's just going to cost money. And in addition to that, you have to ask yourself, do I want to do one of those prefabricated showers that kind of already come with the, you know, the floor and like the walls, and they're kind of like 3 or 4 pieces, and you just kind of like stick it into a corner somewhere? Or do I want to like maybe, you know, do a tile shower that has like the zero entry? Or do I want to do a kind of a bath, like one of those like sit up or stand up baths that you can actually sit in? And so all of these things you have to ask yourself first, like what direction do I want to go in? What is this going to cost? Because before you can decide, does it really make sense for me to add this service? Because you're going to be taking up space and you're going to be incurring this upfront cost. The other thing you're going to be thinking about is that space that you take up, right? If you're adding a shower, you're going to be potentially taking up a room that's like 12 by 12 or, you know, 10 by 14 or 10 by 10 or 10 by 12. You're probably going to be taking up an area of the space that could otherwise be utilized just for your general members that are coming for the day. Like, say you were going to get your license and you wanted to apply for 60 people. Maybe you can only apply now for 55 because of the space that you're taking up. As a result of that, because your license capacity now is less, you know, is it really worth having 1, 2, 3, or 4 people less in your center per day just to add this extra service such as a shower? So you have to ask yourself these questions if it really makes sense or not. So that being said, you want to figure out what is that ongoing cost. Depending on what you've rented the space for or purchased your building for, you can easily calculate this by understanding what is my cost per square foot. And in most cases, when you rent a leased space, they're gonna already kind of have given you an idea of, okay, is it 15 bucks a square foot with a $5 cam? If it is, then your all-in cost of that, you know, that space that you're renting is gonna be around $20 per square foot. If it's $20 per square foot and you're taking up, say, 144 square feet, that's gonna cost you $2,880 per year to like have that space, right? So that little area that you wanna potentially designate as a shower is gonna, you know, cost you about $2,888 a year to use. And so would you rather have paying members using the space, or would you rather use this space to offer showers? Okay, so then the next thing you gotta figure out is, what am I gonna charge for these showers, and how many people should I expect to actually help with a shower? So if you are thinking about opening your adult daycare, you may not have that answer. If you currently have an adult daycare center and you currently have members, you may be able to like take a survey or take a poll and find out how valuable this is to your current members, and would they be willing to pay for this service or not. So, you know, I would not do this though if you're like counting on making a ton of revenue. This is not a massive revenue driver, but the goal is you're just trying not to lose. Like, does it make sense or not? Is there a return on this investment at all? Or is it just a complete waste of money and a complete waste of the space? So that being said, if you're like estimating 5, 10, or 15 showers per week and you're charging, say, 25 bucks per shower, I did a couple different, you know, options here for you just to give you an idea of what that might do to your revenue on an annual basis. So, you know, if you were doing 5 showers a week, you know, maybe it's 5 showers in one day, or 2 showers this day, 3 showers the other day, however they may be. The reality is that you might earn an extra $6,500 a year. If you're doing 10 showers a week, you might earn an extra $13,000 a year. If you were doing, say, 15 showers a week, you might be earning another $19,500 per year. Now, can that truly help, and does that pay for the cost of actually, renovating the shower, and then also the ongoing and the carrying cost of it? So that being said, I mean, obviously this is just simple math. It's really just to kind of like paint the picture. If you're trying to decide whether or not this is important to you, this video is really just trying to help like shine some light on maybe how you could calculate the math to figure out if it truly is something you should do, or if you just say, hey, you know what, let's just scratch that idea. It's just not worth it. It doesn't make sense. But that being said, if you were looking at it from, okay, hey, we can do 5 showers per week, that makes sense for about our population size, you know, then we're gonna earn an extra $6,500 per year, right? So if you backed out, say, the ongoing carrying cost of the space that you're actually occupying, it might take you literally, like, to say, pay off this cost of $14,000 between maybe, you know, the money you spent on the tile or the prefabricated like insert and the plumbing or the repiping that you might have had to do, and any other miscellaneous labor that might be involved. Again, this is just a rough estimate, just trying to be conservative, help you guys out, help you understand a little bit. But the reality is, you back this thing out, maybe you're left with about $3,000 a year. It might take you literally 4 to 5 years to earn that back, because your carrying cost of that's close to $3,000, and you may only have $3,500 left to throw back at that, okay? At paying back that upfront cost. So is it worth it? If it's gonna take you 4 to 5 years to pay back that upfront capital spent, is it really worth adding this extra service, right? Now, if you say did 10 or 15 showers a week and you're able to bring in $13,000 or $19,000 a year in revenue, and you back out your ongoing costs, maybe it only takes a year or 2 years to actually then afford or to pay back you know, what it costs to actually install or renovate that space. And if that's the case, maybe that makes sense, because then after that, you might only have that ongoing, you know, carrying cost of the rent or the space that you've occupied, but you may be able to net on those showers, you know, $10,000 a year, $11,000 a year, and that could help and add to the bottom line. But it just depends, again, on how many showers per week you're doing. Are you offering any discounts? Are there any of the showers included? How have you structured your pricing on that? And is it really worth it? Or would you rather just have another 3 members that are maybe gonna earn you, you know, $400, $600 a week, you know, something like that. So it really comes down to, you know, what is important to you, what makes sense, what do you think you can do in the number of showers per week that you would be able to provide. So anyways, guys, I know this was a little technical on the math side, but it really is just to help educate you on, is the shower a good idea? Is there a good return on that investment? Does it make sense? You know, so hopefully this maybe helped kind of, you know, maybe probe some of those questions that you could answer for yourself, so you can make the right decision on whether or not you want to add showers to your adult daycare. So anyways, guys, if you want to learn more about opening up your very own adult daycare, go to adcpro.com and join us for our monthly webinars. We have a private Facebook group where we're always posting content and information about starting your own adult daycare. And we got so much content on YouTube. You could choose from anything between finance and startup and operations and licensing. There is more content than you could imagine. And all I ask is that you just give us a little like, a little subscribe, or a comment, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, click here. We'll see you guys next time.